Today in your writing class, you will begin learning how to write a solid paragraph, which will eventually lead into the school year of learning how to write a beautiful, juicy, exciting hamburger paper. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I said hamburger paragraph. Here is how you're going to write a really great paragraph. So, when you see a hamburger, you get excited because you have a really fluffy bun, beautiful green healthy lettuce, maybe some onions, maybe some bright red juicy tomatoes, your favorite cheese, maybe you have some bacon, then you have your really big piece of juicy meat, and then you of course have to have your bottom bun. Well, your paper is going to be like a big, juicy hamburger at the end. So let's start off with the topic sentence. Yesterday, you learned how to write a topic sentence and did a practice to see how well you could create from a question that will be in your mind that you will then form into a complete sentence, which is therefore your topic sentence. In the hamburger, the topic sentence is the top bun. The very first sentence of your paragraph, it always needs to be indented. That means that you put 2 fingers by the red line on the notebook paper, and then you will start writing your sentence. 2 fingers width is what we call an indentation. Also, the topic sentence tells what your paragraph is going to be about. There are many reasons that I love to teach. First of all, I love to teach because I love being at school. Another reason I love teaching is that the days go by quickly. A third reason I love to teach is because I love seeing a student understanding something new. Finally, I love to teach because I love to be around kids. These are just a few reasons I love to teach. So once again, your topic sentence is the first sentence telling us what your paragraph is going to be about. The first detail sentence is lettuce. So that is going to be your second sentence of your paragraph. So let's rewind. You have your topic sentence as your first sentence. Now you have your second sentence being your first detail, which we're going to call the lettuce. The lettuce should not be the most important detail. It does need to follow directly after the topic sentence, and it needs to be full of good lettucey details. So if you can see right here, there are many reasons that I love to teach. That is your topic sentence. Your second sentence of your big, juicy paragraph is, first of all, I love to teach because I love being at school. Your third sentence in your paragraph, which is the second detail, will be the tomato, your ripe, red, juicy tomato. This should not be the most important detail. It needs to follow directly after the lettuce sentence, and it needs to be full of good, juicy details. So let's go back and look at this again. There are many reasons that I love to teach. Sentence 1, topic sentence. Sentence 2, your second detail. First of all, I love to teach because I love being at school. Your third sentence is going to be the second detail, which is your tomato. Another reason I love teaching is that the days go by quickly. The fourth sentence is going to be the last detail. It's the meat of your hamburger. Finally, the most important detail. It should start differently than most of other sentences. And it needs to be full of good, meaty details. So let's look at this again, going back. There are many reasons that I love to teach. That is your first sentence, which is a topic sentence. First of all, I love to teach because I love being at school. That is your first detail. Second sentence. Your third sentence is your second detail. Remember the lettuce. Another reason I love teaching is that the days go by quickly. The third reason I love to teach is because I love seeing a new student understand something new. Your fourth sentence is the meat. Finally, I love to teach because I love to be around kids. And your very last sentence of your paragraph is going to be the closing sentence, which is now your bottom bun. Your bottom bun should look a lot like your topic sentence, but it needs to summarize the topic, and it needs to be an obvious ending to the sentence. The best way for me to introduce how to create a closing sentence, you look at how you wrote your topic sentence and rewrite it, put it in other words that summarizes your entire paragraph. So let's look back at your paragraph starting from the beginning. Your topic sentence, there are many reasons that I love to teach. Your first detail, sentence number 2. First of all, I love to teach because I love being at school. Your second detail, third sentence, another reason I love teaching is that the days go by quickly. Your fourth sentence, which is your third detail, a third reason I love to teach is because I love seeing students understand something new. Your last detail, finally, I love to teach school because I love to be around kids. And your final sentence, there are just a few reasons I love to teach. Now, if you notice, this paragraph has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sentences. If you are not comfortable writing 6 complete sentences just yet, listen carefully with your eyes and your ears. All you need to include is your topic sentence, your first detail, your second detail, your third detail, and then you can skip automatically to your closing statement. You do not have to have 1, 2, 3, 4 details. I'm okay if you give me 2 details. So let me say that again. If you are comfortable and you would like to start small, you can give me your 4 sentences. 4 sentences, topic sentence, detail 1, detail 2, and your closing sentence. If you would like to go big and try to do more, then you can definitely go ahead and try here on how many you have. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the introduction of our hamburger paragraph writing. Please make sure that you go back and listen to the lecture. If you have any questions, we will be on our Zoom room tomorrow from 10 to 1. Thank you for being such great listeners, and go out there and make a very juicy paragraph.